Alrighty, so I want to do a quick PvP match with old Zeldris, and then we're going to talk about the new Zeldris, and I would love for you guys to give me sort of either feedback or opinions or suggestions on what you think the new Zeldris either needed to be or what he could use to make him better. Because if you've seen the videos that I put out earlier in the week with me trying him, I was not very thrilled with the performance, and I think there's obviously it's a little unfortunate because this new the green Zeldris just has much more going for him at the moment. He already has a holy relic and I already own it, so that's obviously a big plus because it's not only giving him CC but he's also gaining an extra passive basically, so that's really good. He has a commandment as well, which doesn't really matter because Estarosa's commandment is going to be taking precedent over the match because he's in the back line, of course. I do have this Zeldris 6/6, which is another factor, of course. They're using the same HP defense set, so that's not a big issue, although it looks like it could actually use a little bit of work. I might need to work on this thing a little bit. But I do also have all of Zeldris's cosmetics maxed out. I'll hide myself for a moment. I have 5 outfits all maxed out. I have 5 weapons all maxed out. I have 5 cosmetic pieces, which this one is not maxed out, and it definitely could be, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference as far as CC goes. So I just haven't got around to it yet. Plus, I'm kind of low on the materials. I've only got 130 at the moment, and I figured other people probably needed their cosmetics upgraded instead of me wasting 90 on that. Either way, here nor there. So he's at 66.882. So he's almost at 67k. New Zeldris, on the other hand. It's looking through just the team. New Zeldris, on the other hand, is lacking a bit. If we give him the HP defense set just for fair measure here, he is at 63, which is not bad. I don't think that that's bad. That's actually pretty good CC for a newer unit, especially with all of his cosmetics not being maxed out. I only have him 1/6, so he's losing CC there. And his cosmetics are also not completely maxed out. I have these 3 maxed out because they're UR. I have these 2 maxed out. He is missing a weapon at the moment, so that would help out with CC as well. And only 2 of the cosmetic pieces are UR, so I only have those maxed out for now as well. I think that the biggest problem lies within the fact that we already had a backline Zeldris, so this one is just coming up a bit short. I don't like the fact that his passive is PvP only. I was really hoping for a double AoE, all game mode sort of character, so that way I could not only just use him for the demon team, but I would love to have been able to use him for farming as well if his stats were permitting and he could be, used in other game modes. But he did not get double AoE, and I think that's where his other shortcomings sort of lie, is that they made him a support unit for whatever reason. Instead of giving him 2 AoEs that would really drastically rush how many darkness stacks you can get out like the Demon Hendrickson team does. They gave him a single target and an AoE infect. I think the AoE infect is fine. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but if you want to stop them from healing, maybe they have Trader Melly on the team, or Light Liz is also a big one that ends up healing if you don't take care of her fast enough. Whatever the case may be, the infect can be useful. I'm not gonna discredit that, but it just isn't really what I was hoping for. A lot of other people were hoping that he would have a stance. I think that Ominous Nebula should have been a stance card. I don't think that it should have been the ult, even though Ominous Nebula being the focal point of Ominous Nebula Zeldris. I don't know, having this as the ultimate and all it is a weak point AoE skill, although weak point is popular lately, it's kind of old. If you think about it, weak point ultimates or just weak point skills in general have been in the game for a really long time, so the modifier on this thing is low because it's going to do 3 times damage. And I've seen gameplay of even a maxed out Zeldris, and for some reason this guy just does not do damage. I don't know what it is. He has high pierce rate, he has high crit chance, he has high crit damage, but overall he just doesn't do much for some reason. Even with maxed out ultimate move gauge, with attack crit on during the video that we did earlier, in the week, full ultimate move gauge with this pulverized card did just nothing, just so little damage, and it's super disappointing. They really are just shoving him in the back line. I talked about it a little bit. I think that he's one of those units that are suffering from they're half baking the unit. They're not releasing the full unit because he doesn't have a holy relic yet, and they're just hoping that the holy relic will end up completing him and making him good, which is very unfortunate because right now he's bad. He's a limited character for whatever reason, which means that he might not be super easy to obtain in the future. So if you don't summon for him now and he ends up getting a holy relic that's insane, people aren't going to be able to get their hands on him. And it's so scummy of the way that they're doing it. They ruined a good Zeldris, the best Zeldris that's probably going to be in the game, of aside from the Demon King version of Zeldris or whatever, if you've read the manga or watched the show. And I mean, I wouldn't even consider that to really be Zeldris. I would consider that to be a different person in general, but I don't know, man. He's not it. I think the best thing he has going for him is that this passive is active instantly. Like it's on, which is great. But with the best team in the game being double AoE on the team, so Hendrickson at the moment, because both of his cards are debuff skills, it actually plays perfectly into Festival Zeldris' hand, because you need debuffs and everything for his passive to get maxed out, and Hendrickson does just that. He puts debuffs on, and along with melee also putting the defense related stats down, or defense down, I can't remember exactly which one it is, it's also helping quite a bit. So I forgot that I messed with the gear, so he doesn't have his HP defense on. Let's put that on really quick, but we'll hop in. I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing, honestly. Like, I guess I hope that whatever Chandler ends up being whenever he comes out, I know that everybody's kind of dead set on thinking that Chandler's going to be the next unit that's going to come out, that's going to help the Demon team, which I can agree with. I think that's pretty good odds. I hope that he's a good damage dealer that's going to sit up front, and I hope he doesn't need any sort of buffs. I hope that he doesn't debuff the enemies or anything like that, so that way he fits into the the new Zeldris or the new Zeldris perfectly, just like Hendrickson does with the old Zeldris, because at the moment, I'm already putting debuffs on, so I can max out Zeldris' passive pretty easily. I mean, this isn't maxed out. This is only 6 debuffs. I need 8. But as they attack with Assault Mode Melee on the team and everything, it's going to, help me there. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of disappointed with him at the moment. Hopefully the Holy Relic will fix him, but even then, like I said, it's kind of scummy of them to just half release a character and hope that the Holy Relic will just solve all the problems. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand with the whole thing. I think at the moment, if you haven't summoned already, I recommend not summoning unless you just really need the other characters on the banner, which I can completely understand. Red Tarmiel this is the first time that he's been back. I think that they knew this new Zeldris was going to be kind of bad, so that's the reason why they stacked his banner with seasonal characters and such. I think that's the only reason they made him a limited character, is because they knew people probably we're going to see it on JP because we're a week behind. We were going to see, how underwhelming he is, and we weren't going to want to summon. And I got him pretty early in the banner. I got him at 300, so I really can't complain too much. Like, I didn't have to spend 600 gems to get him, but not everybody's going to be that lucky. Some people are going to have to spend that much, and there's a collab right around the corner as well, so that's also not very good, because it's going to end up, screwing people out of gems and everything. They want to get Red Tarmiel, the odds are low, he's not rated up or anything like that. It's just, it's a bad banner. Like, even though the characters on it are good, Zeldris is bad. I'm maybe not bad, but he's incomplete. He's not where he needs to be. And it just altogether is pretty disappointing. I want to hear what you guys have to say. If you have any interesting like thoughts on what his holy relic could be, or a rework for him, or what you think he could have used instead, or whatever the case may be, let me know, because I mean, obviously there's, you know, lots of ideas out there, and I think people are just kind of disappointed. If you're a Zeldris fan, this was kind of just a big slap in the face, and I hate that, because Zeldris is a cool character in the show and in the manga, and they just did not do him justice this time, and it's upsetting. It's disappointing. So either way, let me know what you think. I don't really have anything else to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. I'll see you in the next one.